Alright guys, I want to welcome you all back to some more Umineko. We are now currently in the third retelling of this story, episode 3, with some minor changes here and there, and this time with Beatrice interfering a lot more sooner than expected. I am quite surprised that we're getting more of this, and as well as a couple of new insights, I guess you can say, because we're only on episode 3 and already there's a whole bunch of differences occurring. So I'm looking forward to seeing how much more changes are being placed into this episode and the following ones to come. But right now, we're focused on 3, and I look forward to seeing what happens next. So if anything else, thank you all for the love and support, and let's see it through. Alright guys, welcome back.
私かよ。いや、
なんつうわかりやすい反応だよ。見たところ、気になる男はいるけど、まだ告白もできてねえって、そういうところだろ。
いや、そういうわけでは、先生、私のことなんかどうでもいいだろ？
話を振ってきたのはそっちのくせに。なんで俺が逆ギレされなきゃならねえんだ。女って生き物は質問ばかりで。そのくせ、自分が質問に答えることは決してないんだよな。ずるい生き物だぜ。まったく。
まあ、告白はさ、一度はしたんだよ。まあ、盛大に空振りでさ。
ごめんなさい。ってか？
いや、私がすごく一方的だったんで、面食らわれたというのかな。そういう対象だとも思われてなかったという雰囲気。
そりゃあそうだろうよ。お前の言葉遣いは男勝りだからな。もうちょいおしとやかにしないと、男心をくすぐらないぜ。
やっぱり、私みたいな言葉遣いじゃ、受け悪いかな。
ん？なあ、言葉遣いが全てじゃないだろうが、お前みたいな普段の言葉遣いが悪い奴が、急にまともな言葉で話すように努力し始めたら、そういう気概みたいなもんで、ドキッときちまう男もいるかもな。
そうなんだ。そうか、うん。
Jessica had suddenly started speaking meekly and was faintly blushing. I see. Even though her confession didn't go well, it looks like she still hasn't given up. But yeah, I totally get that. After seeing how close George Aniki and Shannon Chen have gotten, it's no wonder she'd start wanting a boyfriend. 6 years. Those 6 years of puberty are pretty important, and they go by so fast. With the typhoon approaching, the clouds had grown steadily grayer, and yet, even so, I had this really refreshing feeling. Maybe I'll start thinking more seriously about the opposite sex more than just the size of their boobs.
ところで、ジョージの兄貴は使用人のシャノンちゃんと付き合ってるわけだが、まさか、ジェシカまでってことはないよな。
どうしてそう思うんだよ。
Well, you kinda hit the nail on the head with that one, huh?
そういや、バラ庭園で挨拶したカノン君って若い子。口下手だからって、ジェシカ、やたらとかばってたよな。
いや、そんなことは。勘繰りすぎだって。
じゃあさ、これだけは教えろよ。今、この瞬間、ジェシカが狙ってる男は、半径1キロ以内にいるか？
いや、それはどうだろう。
Kanon-kun is the only boy on this island now who could possibly become her boyfriend, so judging by her reaction, I'm probably right on. I don't think of the Ushinomiya family as a noble family, but two people in love with servants. I'd never have dreamed that two pairs of Romeo and Juliet would be right next to me. Auntie Ava will probably become an obstacle to George Aniki and Shannon-chan's love. If Auntie Ava learns that the partner of her only son, the apple of her eye, is Shannon-chan, she'll probably scream at her with cries of wretched servant, homewrecker, and so forth. And a relationship between Jessica and Kanon-kun would probably be just full of difficulties. Aunt Natsu also seemed the type to be strict about that kind of thing. After all, Jessica's husband would probably become the head of the Ushinomiya family in the future. If that person had once been a servant working for the family, well, no doubt things would be complicated.
ま、人の恋路なんてそれぞれさ。一緒にいて楽しい相手と、つがいになりゃいいじゃねえか。つがいってのは、互いが互いを認め合う以外に、何の許可もいりやしない。親がどうこう、家がどうこうなんて気にしたら負けだぜ。それを忘れるなよ。半端な気持ちで付き合うんじゃねえぜ。
Wise words from Battler, huh?
恋もしたことねえくせに、達観したようなことを言いやがって。
恋は損得感情でするなよ。ハートでしろよ。俺が言いたいことはそんだけさ。んじゃな。See you again. Have a nice day.
ジョージ兄さん、シャーノン、聞いてパートだったらこいつ、また面白いセリフを言い出したぜ。
何も言ってないって何も言ってないってああ茶化すな茶化すなマリア聞いてたマリア聞いてた See you again! See you again!
For a while, we forgot about the wind getting stronger and played around on the beach. This meeting with my cousins who had grown so much over these last 6 years and were thoroughly enjoying their youth felt truly refreshing. It was a little late now, but I realized that I should have buried the hatchet a lot sooner and returned to the Ushinomiya family.
いとこ同士ってのも、たまにはいいもんだな。
マリアもいとこで集まるの楽しくて好き。
そうだな。俺たちももういい年なんだ。別に親がいなくても会えるだろう。たまにはいとこだけで集まって遊ぶのも悪くないかもしれないな。
それはいい提案だね。いつかそういう機会を設けてもいいかもしれないね。
同感だね。私たちいとこはいつまでもずっと仲良しがいいよ。
おいおい、そこを強調するとまるで、普段の親戚同士の仲が悪いように聞こえちまうぜ。
George, Aniki, and Jessica laughed, but it felt just a little strained. Did I say too much? Judging by how our parents had made quiet expressions and tired faces every once in a while during the boat ride and at the airport, maybe that was something I shouldn't have said.
そうだな。ジェシカの言う通りだぜ。俺たちはいつまでも仲良しでいようぜ。
マリアも一緒。みんな仲良し。
そうだね。うん。僕たちはいつだってみんな一緒だよ。みんな仲良しだよ。
Famous last words.
私たち、何恥ずかしいこと言い合ってんだろうな。なんだか照れちまうぜ。
でも、とても大切なことだと思いますよ。人は願わねば、いつまでも一緒にいることどころか、仲良くいることさえ難しい生き物なのですから。
そうだね。みんなが仲良くいられることを、決して当たり前なことだと思ってはいけないね。
知り合いの魔女が言ってた。幸せはみんなが信じなくちゃ叶わないんだって。
確かにね。信じる力には魔法が宿るかもしれない。それを全員が信じたなら、きっと幸せを運んできてくれるだろうね。
よし。なら恥ずかしいことのついでだ。私たちはみんなで信じ合うと誓おうぜ。みんないつまでも仲良しで、いつまでも幸せでいようって。
Screw becoming like our parents. Searching for each other's weaknesses, going after grandfather's fortune. Screw all that forever.
俺たちはみんな、いつまでも仲良しで幸せだ。それをみんなで信じようぜ。
No matter how long it had been, or how much fun we were having, it didn't stop the dark clouds from approaching Rokenjima. I wonder if the typhoon will pass and show us the refreshing sky before we leave this island. Who gives a crap about what our parents are plotting? Who gives a crap about the inheritance and the honor of our old family? We're so young and renewing our old friendship. And every one of us believes together that we can all be happy. So, I want this day to end without anything weird occurring, in peace and happiness, calmly. Well, unfortunately, Battler, that's not what you're gonna get. But, that's what we're striving for. No, not I want it to end. Please, let it end. I was wondering. Well, there you go.
くっしゃー！お前は出るなよ！現れるなよ！くそくそくそー！
待たせたな。ようやく新しいゲームの用意が整ったぞ。さあさあ始めようではないか。惨劇の物語を。訪れよ！雨よ！風よ！台風よ！この島をうつしおより切り離す！異界へ魔界へ幻想界へ六軒島を放り込め。
And so, the tale repeated for the third time. However, before the Endless Witch, what point was there in counting 1, 2, 3? There was probably no point at all. After all, this is a tale of fantasy would be repeated endlessly until the match was settled and either Battler or the Witch surrendered. And the sky grew dark and cloudy. The rain and the wind were summoned together and became a typhoon. And Maria could be seen in the rose garden paying no mind to the rain that had started falling, going around in circles searching for that single rose which she had surely marked.
目印をつけたマリアのバラがない。
Maria definitely remembered it. That rose had been in the flower bed right here, and yet it wasn't. She didn't know what to do with her irritation at not being able to find something which should have been there. And moaning bitterly, she couldn't help but keep going back and forth in circles around the same spot. She was acting almost as though she would be able to see it if she looked at a different angle. But try as she might, there was no way she would find something that wasn't there. The wind grew increasingly stronger and the rain turned into cold, large drops. There was no way Maria wasn't bothered by this. However, if she couldn't find her rose here, it would surely disappear forever. Maria believed that. That feeling spurred her on to keep searching for a rose that she had no chance of finding. Just then, the cold drops of rain that were tormenting Maria were suddenly blocked. Maria raised her head. When she did, she saw that an umbrella was opened there, protecting her from the rain. And the one holding out the umbrella was the witch she admired, Beatrice.
このような雨の中、何を必死になっているのやら。体を冷やせば風邪をひくこともある。魔女たるに、自らの健康も気遣いたいものよね。
マリアのね、バラが見つからないの。何度探してもね、ここにあったはずなのに見つからないの。
Maria told Beatrice about how there had been a slightly unhealthy, pitiful rose, and that she was sure they had marked it.
ほうほう、それが見つからぬと。そなたも魔女の見習いならば、魔法にてバラを探してみるとよい。目だけで探そうとするうちは、それには遥かに及ばぬであろうがね。
見つけられない。マリアも頑張って魔法で探そうとしてるけど、 見つけられない。
魔法の修行にはちょうど良いかとも思うが、この風雨はそなたには少しきつかろう。わらわが特別に力を貸してやる。弟子の身を案ずるのも師匠の役割だからな。
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェ。
Maria's face, which had been full of sadness until just now, split open into a grin. Maria knew. Where are the other cousins? Did they leave her again, just like in episode 1? She knew that there was nothing Beatrice's magic couldn't do, so she was sure that Beatrice would easily be able to find the rose that she couldn't find herself. Beatrice closed her eyes lightly, acting as though she was listening for something in all this wind and rain. When she heard it, opened her eyes and spoke.
諸行無常よな。残念だな、マリア。この風雨にそなたのバラは耐えられなかったらしい。
おお、それじゃマリアのバラは。
風雨に散り、すでにこの世のものではない。
What Beatrice had said was certainly plausible. There was nothing odd about the flower being broken off at the stem in this strong wind. However, Maria couldn't accept this and bitterly gave a low-pitched moan.
やだ。やだやだやだ。マリアのバラなの。マリアのバラが帰ってこないと嫌だ。マリアの魔法で生き返らせる。ベアトリーチェ、魔法でバラを蘇らせるのを教えて。
無限の魔法の秘術。そなたごとき見習いにはまだまだ早いわ。身の程を知れ。
Maria wiped the tears from her eyes full of regret. Seeing that expression, which so invited pity, Beatrice shrugged her shoulders and chuckled.
よかろう。バラを蘇らせる秘術。わらわが力を貸してやろうぞ。
本
当？ではそなたの心の力を集中させるがいい。目を閉じ、雨を忘れ、風を忘れ、奉公するバラの魂を心の目で探すのだ。
Maria closed her eyes. Then she repeated Beatrice's poem-like words.
さあさあ、思い出してごらんなさい。バラよ、そなたがどんな姿をしていたの？
さあさあ、思い出してごらんなさい。バラよ、そなたがどんな姿をしていたのか。
見るな、聞くな、そして信じる。肉の檻に閉じ込められし魂の力を解放する。そう、よいぞ。
Around Maria, who was concentrating her power, her eyes tightly shut, small golden butterflies began to dance. Was this the manifestation of the magical power Maria held?
さまよえしバラの魂。
I can almost guarantee you this is all Beatrice is doing.
今一度集う。そしてその姿を思い出すがいい。さあさあ集えよ。思い出せよ。
The glitter of the gold butterflies began to strengthen, and their numbers increased. Then, Beatrice raised a finger up to the skies, and they began to gather at the tip of that finger. This was the miracle of the golden magic, and the gold butterflies began to condense into a single dazzling grain of gold. It was a single seed glittering gold. It sat at the tip of Beatrice's finger, budded into a golden sprout, and opened into a golden leaf. It then slowly fell from that fingertip, sank into the mud of the flower bed, and began to grow steadily. Maria, who admired magic and witches, must have really wanted to see this fantastical sight. However, as an apprentice, Maria was still not qualified to see it. No, she was probably afraid that if she opened her eyes to look, the power of her heart's concentration would be interrupted and the magic would be lost. Therefore, it was Beatrice, the one permitted to lay eyes on the Golden Miracle, who was the one and only witch and the master of many miracles. Then, the fully grown rose bloomed, creating one golden flower. And when Beatrice poked it with her finger in just the right way, the gold-colored sparkles scattered just as if golden soap bubble had popped, and what remained was a single, beautiful rose.
立派な花を思い出したようだな。だがこのままでは他のバラたちに混じってしまい、区別がつかなくなってしまうというものよ。もう一つサービスしておくか。
Beatrice, for the sake of her cute apprentice witch, who was moaning even more now in concentration, decided to cast one more little spell. She snapped her fingers, and a single gold butterfly appeared, fluttered around, and landed on the flower that had just been revived. Then it suddenly burst open and disappeared, becoming golden lace and marking the rose.
これでよかろう。マリア、もう目を開けてもよいぞ。
おー、バラはどこ？ない。
そっちではないぞ、こっちだ。ほれ、金モールで印をつけておいてやったぞ。
本当だ！すごい！ベアト、ありがとう！マリアも早く魔女になりたい！ベアトみたいな大魔女になりたい！
なれるとも。かつてのわらわもまた、そなたのように無邪気にそれを望み、至ったのだ。
Maria was ecstatic over the revived rose, clapping her hands and jumping around in joy. Watching that, Beatrice also smiled, looking fairly pleased. Now, if I try, I can break or repair any soul, not just that of a rose, and kill and revive as I please. So, the barrier created by the storm has closed Rokenjima off from the real world. Now is the time for the Golden Witch, the Endless Witch, Beatrice, to descend. Beatrice pulled from her pocket an envelope with the family crest, the one-winged eagle, and gave it to Maria. Maria frolicked around at being selected to be the witch's messenger.
さて、金蔵、そなたの遊びに再び付き合いに来たぞ。わらわの準備はすでに万端よ。そなたの方はどうなのか。今宵のゲームにかけるコインの用意は
無論、準備は十分であるぞ、ベアトリーチェ。駒はふんだんに用意したぞ。備えも心構えも十分だ。さあ、アンティを支払おうではないか。そなたに授けられ、最後にはそなたに全て返すべきものだ。さあ、受け取れ！
Kinzo flung the window of his study wide open, took off the reasonably large golden ring which had been on his finger, and threw it into the darkness of the raging wind and rain. That ring was struck by lightning and after twinkling gold for an instant, disappeared. Kinzo watched it go, grinning broadly and fearlessly.
負ける気はせぬぞ。お前は私のものなのだ。永遠に。
The ring that Kinzo had thrown became a single gold butterfly and fluttered around in the wind and rain. They headed for the rose garden, almost as though it was being guided here. They then found the figure of the golden witch and fluttered down. When it arrived right in front of Beatrice, it burst in a flash of gold and returned to its original form of a ring, flipping up into the air. It seemed as if it would simply fall back down into a puddle of water, but suddenly it stopped in midair, almost as if some transparent person had caught it. Somehow, this seemed unexpected even to Beatrice. However, she soon realized that who it was and grinned broadly at it. Now, who's this guy? As she did, the figure of the person who had caught the ring began to fuzzily appear. It was the figure of a young man wearing a butler's uniform embroidered with the one-winged eagle crest. There was no man like this among the servants who served the Ushinomiya family. Even so, Beatrice laughed as though it was someone she remembered fondly.
牢の上か。ずいぶん久しぶりになるな。わらわのことを覚えておったとは。そなたはつくづく忠義に熱い男よ。
長いご無沙汰を頂戴しておりました。このロノフへ、お嬢様にお仕えしていることを忘れた日など、ただの一日もございませんよ。それよりも、お嬢様にこそ、私をお忘れになられたのではないかと、ヒヤヒヤしておりました。何しろ、お嬢様は大層お忘れっぽくていらっしゃいますので。
なるほど。確かにわらわは忘れやすいようだ。そなたの皮肉を聞くまで思い出せぬとはな。
お嬢様、これを。
With an exaggerated yet elegant gesture, he bowed respectfully, and held out to Beatrice the head's ring that he had just caught.
後ろ宮金蔵より返還されました。後ろ宮家当主の指輪でございます。指輪は再び主のもとに。
うん。確かに受け取ったぞ。
さて、今宵はどのようなお遊びになさいましょうか。早速、ルーレットをご用意いたしましょうか。それとも、まずは紅茶をご用意いたしましょうか。
どちらにしようか迷うが、とりあえずそなたの挨拶が必要であろうな。あやつめ、開いた口が塞がらぬというような顔をしているに違いないぞ。なあ、バトラ。
はじめまして。自己紹介をいたします。ベアトリーチェお嬢様のおそばにてお仕えしております。ロノウエと申します。どうぞ、よろしくお願い申し上げますよ。
ほらな。開いた口が塞がらないという顔であろう。
当たり前だろ。またこんなわけのわかんない奴が出てきやがった。ヤギ頭が盆踊りを始めるのかとぼやいたら、ヤギ頭がうようよ現れて、太もも姉ちゃんたちが7人も出てきて、その上、今度は執事まで出てきやがった。わけわかんねえよ。もういい加減にしやがれよ。
ところでバトラー、気づいていたか？こやつとそなたの対面だが、これが本当の悪魔の証明であることを気づいたかな？
悪魔の証明だと？どういう意味だよ。
こやつはこう見えても、72柱に名を連ねる生粋の悪魔でな。つまりわらわは、悪魔を直接連れてきて、まさにその存在を証明してみせたわけだ。ロノウェは地獄に爵位を持つ序列27位の大悪魔よ。なかなかに使える男でな。高級で召し上げてわらわの世話をさせておるのだ。
ご紹介いただけまして光栄です。地獄の貴族に名を連ねと、今は卑しい人間の分際で 悪魔も裸足で逃げ出すような大魔女であられるベアトリーチェ様の家具頭として使える身ですよ。
実に使える男なのだが、何しろ口のヘラのやつでな。
Alright everyone, I'm gonna end the video here for today, so thank you all for watching. It looks like we've been introduced to another new cast member of Beatrice, who happens to go by the name of Ronov. And if anything, another mystery character we're gonna have to learn about in the next one. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.